Epilogue. Charmant Summer. Ella, it has barely been 2 days since you left for Fresnay, and I miss you terribly already. Father is rejoicing in the fact that we're going to get married, despite my reminding him that it has only been 2 weeks since we remembered each other. Enclosed, you'll find your father's pocket watch. I've wrapped it, so you don't have to look at it until you are ready. Father knows a good watchmaker, and we set about repairing it. The original inscription is still intact. Now, how is running the estate going? I'm sure it's easier without any interference. Are Drizella and Anastasia behaving? Martin is disgustingly adorable for the first time in his life, by which I mean he's pouting that he's in the city and Oliver is in Fresnay. I didn't think he could frown more than he already did. He does love proving me wrong. That is really about all that's happened here. It's terribly boring without you. In love, August. Fresnay. Summer. August. I had no idea your father wanted us to get married. Why didn't he say anything when I was in the city with you? All joking aside, it's rather nice how excited he is. I know he wanted you to marry anyone, and that was the point of the ball, but he seems genuinely happy that it's me. Tell him to be patient. I need to get a handle on the estate and my stepsisters. Then we could discuss marriage. Lord Moreau had loaned me his estate steward to help get everything in order. There was quite a lot that wasn't being done. I asked the court that Lady Tremaine not be formally arrested and jailed, and that she instead work to pay back what she stole from Fresnay. Blanche and nearly everyone else agreed. I hear that she is less than thrilled at her job in a large estate's laundry. Anastasia, though, has taken to working better than I thought she would. Lord Moreau offered to employ her for a time. She's been working there, washing up, making bread, and running all sorts of errands, and doesn't hate it. She's quite good at cooking, apparently. She's been visiting the bakery to learn more as well. Drizella is not adjusting as well. I do not wish to speak ill of her, so I won't speak of her at all. You'll be very happy to know that I have finally had time to make costumes for all of the mice. I was practicing making sweaters and didn't want to waste too much yarn, and they have successfully defeated Lord Lucifer.
Is it okay I can get one more dinosaur?
Yes, sweetie. Honestly, it wasn't hard. Lucifer misses Lady Tremaine even more than her daughters do, I think. Yes. I miss you. It's odd. We were apart for so long, but I already dislike being apart. Writing to you is a balm. I'm counting down the days until you visit next, though. Please tell me it's soon. I'll have the mice prepare something new. With love, Ella. Good. Charmant Winter. Ella, I have only been gone from Fresnay for a day, and like last time, miss you already. It's terribly unfair that Martin got to stay for an extra week.
It's okay, you can have this dinosaur.
Oh, thank you so much. Oops.
It's okay.
Thank you. I wish I could have stayed to see the finished project. Oh, how did that dress you designed turn out? I wish I could have stayed to see the finished project, but I suppose I shall see Mademoiselle Leonora in it soon enough. I'll tell you what the rest of the city thinks of her new dress when she wears it. Did you send me an unlabeled box of terrible honey cakes? They showed up the day after your last letter with no note. The Grand Duke thought it was a poisoning attempt, but they weren't deadly. I've convinced the fairies to keep an ambassador in Charmant, and possibly the other kingdoms, to offer help with magical issues. I enjoyed negotiating that more than I thought I would. I know the mark of a bad ruler is someone who thinks they will be good at it, but I think I might enjoy it at least. Talking to people, resolving issues, helping communities, and keeping everyone happy and hale. I like doing that. I know they're not real ambitions, but I don't want to do the sort of great things that legends talk about. There are no witches or dragons in Charmant, and I'm pleased by that. Existence comes with enough complications. I've already convinced my father to let me research education reforms. I remember enjoying being sent to school with children from other kingdoms, but most children are tutored at home. If I convince the court, I think Charmant could do better than that. For everyone. So that's next on the agenda. I'll visit as soon as the initial research is done, and you're not swamped with dress orders. I love you. In love, August. Fresno. Summer. August. I'm no less excited to open your letters than I received that first one. I know writing every few days is an expensive habit, but I can't bring myself to care. If it's my worst vice, so be it. I miss you. After you left, Martin received a letter from your father asking him to find out why we weren't married yet, and you'll never guess what happened. Martin was complaining that it wasn't that simple. Oliver turned to Martin and asked if he would like to get married, and he said, "See? It's easy." And Martin said, "Not if the answer is no." I don't think either of them realized what he had asked until then, so those two might get married before us, and perhaps that will take some of the focus off us. I know it won't, but let me hope. Blaise and Joan are married now, by the way. Blaise keeps referring to her as, my wife, Madame Joan Julien, when all of us have met her before. Pickard thinks they're insufferable, but I think it's sweet. The next crate of Blaise's baked goods is labeled. I still wouldn't eat them. Madame Julien's been trying to get rid of the extra cakes all day. Did I tell you that my sisters have started talking about their father since you were here? They never ever mentioned him before, and that was fine. But I think it was their mother's doing. Regardless, I'm glad they're more comfortable now. Anastasia is not being courted, but how mad do you think Mother will be by Pickard's apprentice, Robert? Lady Tremaine is going to be furious, and I wish I could be there when she finds out. I think she would have preferred prison to hard labor and a common son-in-law. I know you will be in Fresno soon, but it feels like ages. I can't wait to see you. Travel safely. With love, Ella. Fresno, spring. Mother, Fresno is about the same as you would remember it. They put up a sign at the memorial. No wishes allowed, especially by Princess. Don't laugh. Fine, laugh a little bit. A lot has happened since you've been gone, but I don't want to bore you with a 100-page letter. Most of what's happened is due to Ella. I never knew how nice it could be to simply exist with someone who knows me so well that no words are needed. We write to each other and visit, of course. But sometimes I know what her letter will say before it arrives. I ask her anyway. I thought it would be terrible to be known and to know someone so well that our lives became inseparable. But there's something so unspeakably comfortable about being completely and utterly seen. Ella knows me, every feeling and flaw, and she loves me despite them. I'm not terrible, but still. She has spent so many days with me and still wants more. We went to the memorial together last year. It didn't hurt to see any more. There were fresh flowers draped over the soldier, nearly every item stolen returned and gleaming on their arms. Forgive me, but this time when I leave, I'll be taking back the bracelet. I don't think you'll mind, since giving it to my true love was what you wanted me to do. I'm asking Ella to marry me tonight, and with the bracelet, it will be like you're there. I wish you were. Love, August. P.S. Don't tell anyone I said that last part. And that is the end of Prince of Glass and Midnight. Thank you so much for joining me on this pretty long journey of getting to know Prince August from the Cinderella story. Honestly, I'm starting to like Lindsay Miller's stories here, or at least the prince part of the stories, because we've had so many princess stories before. It's nice for a change and actually get to know the princess very well. I hope her next one might actually be Snow White's prince. What do you think, Quinn? You think it'll be Snow White's prince? Only one way to find out. Till next time, guys.